morning guys, we're off on another hike this morning in the Blue Mountains. This morning we're doing Minnehaha Falls, so this one's been recommended to us and it's one that we can't miss apparently, so we thought we'd get up nice and early this morning and do it. Apparently it's only 1.5k return, which we are loving because we have had a massive few days. Our calves are still on fire. But anyway, we've got a massive jam-packed day today. We've got about 4 or 5 walks to do, so loving that this one is a little bit shorter. But we did just pass a sign that said the falls are 1.2 k's away, so I don't know what's going on with all the measurements around here. We'll chuck the watches on and we'll tell you how long it actually is to get there. But yeah, nice, easy. Actually, it's not easy, it's medium. So apparently there's a few steep sections, so could be interesting. But we've had our coffees and our hot chocolates. It is freezing. Slept like crap last night, but we're in the Blue Mountains. Can't complain. This place is unreal. It was a pretty steep climb down. Oh my goodness. Have a look at this. Well, we're almost back at the car park. What do you reckon of Minnehaha?
Yeah, it's cool. And it's got a cool name too. I like the name.
It's pretty cool, but it took us about 2k. So my watch is saying 2k's now, but we're not at the car park yet, but we're almost there. So
2k return.
Yeah, we're gonna go with that, I reckon.
Now we're nearly down the bottom. I thought I'd give you a bit more of an idea of what our plans are for today. There's a little map here, so that's where we've started out for this walk here, the Conservation Hut Cafe for the Valley of the Waters. And we've made our way down through the Empress Lookout. We're here at the moment and we're heading down to Empress Falls. So the next walk, or the next sort of little thing we're going to do is Denfenella Lookout and the Denfenella Falls, and then make our way through to Wentworth Falls. So it's all pretty well close together, which is good. But also another thing that we found out too, if you have a look down here, 10 minutes, 2 hours, there's no actual distances on any of these signs, which is, I don't know, probably, maybe it's just me. It annoys me a little bit because I like to know how far in distance-wise we have to walk rather than time-wise. I don't know, just to prepare myself for how long we've got to walk, because, you know, when it's time-wise, you know, it could be quicker for us, could be longer for us, you know. And I prefer to sort of, yeah, know the distances. Isn't this one of the prettiest waterfalls you've seen? How's that, Charlie?
Stunning. It was my favourite one ever.
Yeah. That's the prettiest one we've been through so far, and it's absolutely pumping from the night, from the rain we had yesterday. How cool. Now, got a fact for you. Have you ever wondered why the Blue Mountains are called the Blue Mountains? And if you have a look out here, it looks like smoke. It's a blue sort of fog across the mountains there. Now, the Blue Mountains are made up of 80%, or roughly around 80% eucalyptus trees, and they release oils and stuff into the air, which creates this blue haze, this smoky looking haze across the mountains. And that's why they're called the Blue Mountains, not because there's one single mountain out there that's got blue everything, blue koalas, blue mountains, blue trees. It's because of this haze. How's that for a fact? Blue Mountains. Over the last few days we've done a lot of hikes, and it may seem like we never cook our own food. But we've been suggested these from so many people. We've just rocked up to, well, we've just gone into the bakehouse on Wentworth for their famous gourmet pies and just the bakehouse, and they've got so much good stuff. They got so many different variety of pies, sausage rolls, bloody cakes, rolls, all fresh stuff. And I got myself a steak and gravy pie, and have a look how big they are. I probably wrecked it by smothering it in just lots of sauce, but have a look how big these are.
Yum.
Charles, what did you get?
I got a lamb, rosemary and garlic one.
Oh, but I'll tell you what, they have everything in there. And if it's as famous for its pies as how this is going, oh, they look good. Hang on, I don't know how I'm going to attack this now. Holy moly. I don't think you can really stuff up a steak and gravy, but have a look at that. That is bloody beautiful. How's that?
That was unreal. And you know what? Didn't even spill it on my white jumper. Winning.
How's that? Are you sure?
Yeah, absolutely winning.
Bloody hell. Jeez, there's a first for everything, I'll tell you. Anyway, trucking on. We've got 2 more walks to do today. We're doing Denfernella and Wentworth Falls. And I reckon that'd nearly bloody do us for the Blue Mountains. We're just about cooked, aren't we, Charles?
Yeah, absolutely exhausted. Tummies are full though.
Struggling to get up these steps now, but we're pushing through.
But we've definitely smashed out the Blue Mountains. We've done like 40 Ks in 3 days of stairs, really. I wouldn't even call it walking.
Yeah. Jeez, it's bloody stairs and a little bit of flat spots to walk.
Yeah,
but
that's right.
It's definitely been worth it for sure. I've probably said that a lot of times too, but 100%. to Wentworth Falls. We've just got to the top here and it's absolutely magical. We're not right at the top, but we're managing to cross the falls right now and have a look at that behind me. That is the big drop off. Holy hell, imagine getting swept off that. Big drop, we're going to keep rolling on.
We've just set back up at the free camp, but we thought now is a great time to answer a question we get asked a lot, and that is, what do we do when it's raining? How do we cook? How do we live? So we thought now's the perfect time because it just smashed down with rain before it stopped raining. But this is our little setup. We just do everything the same. We just put the awning up.
Yes.
Pretty simple.
Is a game changer.
Yeah.
It wraps all the way from the front all the way around the back. And we've got a couple of sides we can put on as well to block the wind, but she's all sweet now.
Yeah.
Protect us from the wind, and we're cooking up an absolute storm.
Nachos for tea tonight?
Yes. Another quick easy meal after a big day of walking. So
For sure.
we just want to get this done, get them cooked, smash it, get up into the bed and watch movies. Get into the warm.
The last.
Look how cold this is. We're wearing our bloody Kathmandu's, for God's sake.
I think it's like 6 degrees. But we always make sure after it's been raining and we've had the awning out, we'll just leave it out as long as we can so it dries. Otherwise, if we pack it up, it'll go mouldy. Same as the tent. If it smashes down with rain, we try to sort of leave it open as long as we can so it's got enough time to dry out. Well, that brings us to the end of our little Blue Mountains excursion. But as promised, we are going to do a bit of a rundown for you guys, sort of to help you plan your trip, your holiday, give you a rundown on our most favourite walks and hikes and waterfalls and all the good stuff.
Yes. So, we may as well start off with, what was your favourite hike?
Yeah, so my favourite hike would be Empress Falls, I reckon.
Really?
Yeah, hiking down into that waterfall and being like blessed with that view down the bottom.
My favourite hike would have to be the first one, the Grand Canyon hike.
Oh yeah, you haven't stopped talking about that since.
Oh, it was so good. It literally had everything.
Yeah.
So that was on part 1, wasn't it?
Yeah.
So, alright, moving on again. So, some tips for you. We've sort of come up with a few tips ourselves that we've sort of, yeah, run into along the way that we've sort of found out. The first one would be, prepare yourself for stairs.
Yeah.
Oh my God, I reckon most of the walks that we've done, like they were a long distance, but stairs. That's just all they were. Just stairs.
Stairs up, stairs down. The whole way.
Yes. Also, if you want a free camp, we haven't had many free camps along the East Coast so far. And this place that we're at now, Blackheath Glen Campground, or Reserve, awesome spot. So, 5 minutes up to town, up to Blackheath. You can do the Grand Canyon walk you can do the Hanging Rock walk, and then it's only probably another 5 minutes into Katoomba where pretty much most things are.
Yeah.
Or you could base yourself in Katoomba where everything is. It's got supermarkets, it's got Aldi, got Woolies, got Coles, got
Big W, Kmart.
K-Hub, pretty much everything. Bottle-O's, especially Bottle-O's. So day 1, Grand Canyon walk. My favourite.
Yeah.
Definitely worth it. Do that on the first day, it'll bloody blow your socks off.
Absolutely.
So that's 6.3k return.
Yeah.
And then optional.
Yep, you can move on to Hanging Rock later in the day if you feel up to it. It's a massive 12k return walk, so after Grand Canyon you will have sore calves, quads, hips.
If you're not used to it, you will.
Yeah, that's right. And the first day you're going to want to base yourself at the free camp in...
Yeah, this joint.
This one? What's this called again?
Yeah, this is Blackheath Glen Reserve.
Yeah, definitely.
Free camp. And it's awesome. Day 2. Now, we want to move on to Katoomba now, because we've pretty much done all the stuff around Blackheath area. You want to do Echo Point Lookout early in the morning before all the tourist buses and tourist bloody groups get here. And you can do another walk from there, which is the Three Sisters. You can see that from Echo Point Lookout if you don't want to walk as well. And then Scenic World. You want to do Scenic World pretty much straight after that, because you want to get there as early as possible, don't you?
Yeah, but it opens at 10, so aim to be there just before 10 so you can get in, get on a few of the rides before the massive crowds. So after Scenic World, you're going to want to go book yourself into the Katoomba Tourist Park. It's a really nice place to base yourself, because after that you'll head to Cahill's Lookout for sunset. It's really pretty. Make sure you get there early-ish because it does get very crowded. And then smash some dinner after the sun's went down and get yourself ready for the Prince Harry night walk.
Yeah.
That was a ripper.
Yeah, oh, that was actually, like, you can do it during the day, you can do it over night time, and it's just totally different, isn't it? It's a totally different vibe. All the waterfalls are all lit up and all that. It was just a different experience, wasn't it? And day 3. So this is what we're going to call the Waterfalls day.
Yeah.
So start off at Minnehaha Falls.
Yeah.
Then make your way to Gordon Falls, which is back on the south side of Lura, and then the Valley of the Waters. So to have a look at your favourite.
Yeah, that's where Empress Waterfall is.
Yes.
It won't disappoint, make sure you do it.
Yeah, and then on to Wentworth Falls and do the hike there. And that's about us, I reckon.
Yeah, that's about 40 k's walking. But yeah, that pretty much brings us to the end, I guess, of the Blue Mountains.
Yes, so yeah, I don't think you're going to be missing out on too much if you get that done over 3 or 4 days.
Yeah.
Obviously take your time, do what you need to do and take it all in.
Definitely. That could easily be done over a week, 2 weeks as well. So that's just only if you're strapped for time, do it over 3 days. But if you've got more time, we definitely recommend, taking your time. Yeah,
and obviously we haven't seen everything around this area as well. We haven't seen all the waterfalls, all the different walks and stuff too, so I'm sure there's a lot more to do as well, but just from what we've experienced on our little excursion to the Blue Mountains.
Yeah, what we've been recommended.
And what we've been recommended. If you want to see most of the good stuff in a 3 to 4 day period, that's what we'd suggest you to do.
Yeah.
Like, subscribe, and if you want to see another episode, keep your ears and your eyes out, and we'll see you on the next one.